everyone, it's Marissa and welcome back to
I'll edit that later.
My name is Marissa May and I post every Sunday here on Idol. My friend Cyleana posts every Saturday, so definitely check out her video from yesterday. On this channel we post chaotic and stupid videos, so I hope you enjoy. So before we begin, I want to do a quick disclaimer. 1. I am not McDonald's. I do not own the company. I actually am the CEO of McDonald's, and I choose to spend my time like this. 2. I worked at McDonald's, and this is my experience of what happened when I worked there. These are just like things that happened. So a little bit of a backstory. I worked at McDonald's for 9 months when I was 15. I worked there for 2 months after that. So for the 9-month one, I ended up quitting due to stress with school and mental health stuff. And for the 2-month one, I will explain at the end of the video because it's very unusual and it's kind of a funny story, but it's also kind of like Anyways, I kind of organized these weird stories into categories. So I'm going to start with the scariest moments as a McDonald's worker that happened to me. This first moment is probably like the freakiest thing that happened, and this is when I was 15 years old. I was often placed at the front till, and this guy came and I took his order. I asked him if he wanted table service, and I was being very polite. I always tried to do everything I could for the customers, especially when it wasn't busy, which it wasn't. So I was like, do you want table service? I can bring the food to your table. He was like, sure, yeah. And he was kind of smiling at me weird. And then when I went to bring his food to his table, he's like,
so how much does it cost for you to feed it to me?
This man, I was a child. This man was at least 30 years old, okay? And I was 15. And you could tell that I was really uncomfortable. And he was like,
I'm just kidding. My name's Bob.
He had literally the audacity to shake my hand and introduce himself. No, thank you. This next category, I called it poor Marissa moments because these are just usually my stupidity. One time it took me around 10 minutes to empty the garbage. I accidentally killed a million turtles. Okay, when we had plastic straws, because this was a few years ago, I accidentally tried to open the bag from the wrong side, and all of the straws that were individually wrapped fell on the floor, and we couldn't give them to anyone, so I had to throw them all out. And it was a big bag, and I was grabbing so much straws, and it was the worst thing I could have dropped on the floor. I started calling it the mop of shame whenever someone would spill a coffee or something and have to mop it up. One time this guy also waited in line forever, and he was like, can I get a large vanilla milkshake? And I was like, sorry, our milkshake machine is broken. And he was gone. He just looked at me and left. Silence, not a word. I also lied about being new once. Also, just a fun fact, one of our managers was actually in high school, and I have no idea how he did that because he was working full time. One time someone asked me, do you watch your weight? And I was like, what? And you're just really skinny. And I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't watch my weight. I literally was eating McDonald's on a daily at that point. I was just awkward and lanky in the uniform, and it wasn't my fault. I'm sorry. The moment you've all been waiting for, if you've seen these videos before, Cyleana's favorite moment is the Feel My Burger story. One time, little me was working my maybe 3rd shift at McDonald's, and somebody came up to me right as I was clocking off, signing off. I was done for the day. You have to clock off at the tills at the front. I'm like, no. And this person literally was like,
excuse me, feel my burger. Feel my burger.
I was putting it right at me. I'm like, I don't want to feel this one. And she was like,
it's ice cold. It's ice cold. I don't even think it's really cooked.
I was like, I didn't make that burger, ma'am. I'm so sorry. But then I was like, how would I get a manager? And she's like, that would be great, thank you. And she was totally calm. I was like, okay. Literally, the manager was feeling the burger patty. And good for that manager. She's really hands-on, doing her job. So lastly, I'm gonna tell you why I quit the second time. And that was because I got a job there 2 months 2 months in, I decided to quit because I was too stressed out.
I was literally, anxiety was so bad, my stomach was hurting every time I went to my shift. I was sick, yeah, I was literally sick to my stomach all the time due to my anxiety.
I tried to call in sick once, and this guy was like, you can't call in sick. We can't find someone to cover for you. You have to go in. And I went in to work even though I was sick. And like literally people were like, you seem really off. What's wrong? I'm like, I'm sick. And the second time I called in sick and I was like, hey, can I speak to a manager? And like, this is a manager. And I was like, and it was the same guy. And I was like, it's Marissa, like I have to call in sick. And he's like, we talked about this. You cannot call in sick right now. We do not have enough people to cover for you, which is valid. But I was like,
I cannot work from the bathroom.
I literally told him that. That's what my mom told me to say because it's true. I was like really sick. I was like all mad and I was like, I can get you a doctor's note. And he was like, fine, and hung up on me. So I want to say something. McDonald's was a very interesting place to work. That last thing, that was poor management. And all the other times I've had like amazing manager. McDonald's is an interesting place to work. You gain a lot of life skills and I'm grateful that I worked there. I have so many interesting stories and you'll never go to work and come back and be like, today was so boring. There's always going to be something that happened that was funny. When you have great coworkers with you working alongside you, it's really fun. It's really funny and we all just laugh together and try to have a good time. And it's a fun job. Convinced you, huh? You should apply at McDonald's. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next Sunday on Idol. And bye. Thanks for watching.
I'll edit that later.
Yeah.